Cole Posey. Klusman, Olson, Kubetska, and Wellman around the infield, third to first. In the outfield, Dickshard, Heritage, and Garrison. And behind the plate, Pierce, Weiss. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch, high and away. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 355 in the power alleys, 385 to dead center field. 300 down the line in left and right. And the 1-2 almost hit him. He had to skip out of the way, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cole Posey. Posey, a .253 hitter for the season with 1 home run and 22 runs batted in. He's been hit 11 times this season. He leads the team in that department, and he was almost hit on that last pitch. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a high fastball. And Posey goes down swinging. That's the first out of the ball game. That will bring up the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Wyatt Childress, the left fielder. Childress swings to the right side. No home runs, 11 RBIs. .267 during the season for the number 2 hitter, Wyatt Childress. Durkowski, the left-hander, quick worker, throws a curveball low. Childress had squared to bunt, but takes it low, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. The home of the Buccaneers, Blinn College in Brenham, Texas. If Georgetown wins game 1, there will be no game 2 today since they won Thursday night's game. There's a fastball low and inside, and the count is now 2 balls and no strikes to Wyatt Childress with Cole Moore waiting on deck. There will be a 30-minute delay between games 2 and 3 if Brenham were to win game 2 here this afternoon. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one is high and tight. So Durkowski has fallen behind Childress, 3 balls and no strikes. Good crowd on hand here this afternoon for this 1 o'clock start. On the third base side, everybody's wearing green, the Brenham Cubs colors. And on the right, everybody wearing the Georgetown Eagles blue colors. The 3-1 pitch, or 3-0 pitch, is in for a strike, and it's 3 balls and a strike to Wyatt Childress. Childress went 1 for 2 on Thursday night in the first game of the series, and he scored a couple of runs in Georgetown's 5-4 victory over Brenham. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fly ball, hit pretty well to center field, but plenty of room out there for the center fielder, Rylan Heritage. He's under and makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Base is empty, and it brings up Cole Moore. Moore is the catcher for Georgetown. He's had a great year at the plate, hitting .419. His on-base percentage, .513. He was 1 for 3 with an RBI in game 1 on Thursday night. Cole Moore swings from the left side against the left-hander Durkowski. And the first pitch, that's a fastball on the outside edge. 0-1 the count to Cole Moore. Ryan Neitch waits on deck. Moore had 4 home runs during the season and 39 runs batted in. Georgetown wearing their camouflage colors. Here's a swing and a foul back. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes to Cole Moore. Red, white, and blue for the Georgetown Eagles with those camouflage colors. Brenham in their very familiar green with the multicolored green tops, the double knits, and the white pants. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Bounding ball to the first baseman on 2 hops. That is Wellman. He will go to the bag unassisted. And 1, 2, 3 go the Eagles in the top half of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've played a half inning from Blinn College. It's Georgetown 0, Brenham coming to bat. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Schoening Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Schoening Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Schoening Hip Network and SHNSports.com.
Cruising Kitchens is proud to sponsor Georgetown Eagle Baseball. Cruising Kitchens is the leading custom mobile business fabricator in the world. Their builds range from the world's largest mobile kitchen to full entertainment trailers that include jumbotrons. Their clients range from corporate companies like Weight Watchers and Shell to small business entrepreneurs just getting off the ground. From day one, Cameron Davies, president and owner of Cruising Kitchens, has given back to his local community and other communities worldwide. Cameron will continue to give back for as long as he can. For more information and to receive a free quote, visit their website at cruisingkitchens.com. Welcome back to Blinn College in Brenham. We go to the bottom half of the first with no score. Top of the order coming up for Brenham: Garrison Weiss, Carson Drain, and Eric Wellman. And the right-hander on the mound for the Georgetown Eagles is Wesley Gafford. He's only pitched 14 innings this year. He's got a 2-0 record. He's only pitched in 5 games, and he has not given up an earned run in those 14 innings. So Wesley Gafford, the right-hander, on the mound for the Georgetown Eagles and Coach Adam Foster. Garrison Weiss will lead it off for the Brenham Cubs. Weiss, the right fielder, .375 hitter for the season. Not a lot of power, no home runs. He's driven in 5 runs for the year. And the first pitch from Wesley Gafford is at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1 to Weiss. Brenham comes in with a record of 20-12. Of course, they lost in game 1 of the series. Digging in from the right side, Weiss, next pitch, hard hit ground ball right to the third baseman. David bobbles, picks it up and throws to first and got him in plenty of time. So the first out of the bottom of the first, recorded by Garrison Weiss as David threw him out from third. And here's the designated hitter, Carson Drain. .264 hitter for the year with a couple of home runs and 12 runs batted in. Gafford is ready, and the first pitch to Carson Drain is a little bit high for a ball. The Eagles fans thought that was in for a strike. Drain spells his name D-R-A-E-H-N, Drain. Swings from the right side. Next pitch is low, and it's 2-0 to Drain. Waiting on deck is Eric Wellman. We're in the bottom half of the first, no score. This is game 2 of the 3-game series between Georgetown and Brenham. And here's the 2-0 pitch. Got it on the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Defensively behind Gafford, David at third, Posey at short, Seebeck at second, Savarese at first, Childress, Neich, and Thompson in the outfield left to right. Next pitch, little grounder foul, wide of third. Backhanded in foul territory by David. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes to Carson Drain. Not much for breeze. What breeze there is blowing in from center field. Beautiful ballpark here at Blinn College. Next pitch, curveball. Ooh, just missed outside. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. I think that pitch fooled Drain, but it just missed the outside corner from Gafford. And here's the payoff pitch. Foul ball back behind us to our right. And the count holds at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Drain. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the first, no score. Georgetown and Brenham. Now Gafford's ready for the 3-2 pitch. Way upstairs, the ball. And the first base runner of the ball game is Carson Drain. With 1 out, he's at first base. That brings up the first baseman, Eric Wellman, the best offensive player on this ball club. Wellman, a .385 hitter. Leading hitter on the club, left-handed swinger. Drain at first base with 1 down. Wellman with 3 home runs and 24 runs batted in. Drain leads off of first. Gafford with a stretch. And the first pitch is up high, a ball. One 1-0 to Wellman. Pierce Weiss, the catcher, waits on deck. Stretch of the 1-0 pitch. That one's low. Looks like Gafford right now is struggling with his breaking pitch. He's not been able to throw it consistently for strikes early in this outing. And it's 2-0 now to Wellman. Drain leads off of first. Quick throw over, and Drain dives back in time. Now we're ready. The stretch and the 2-0 pitch. That puts it high in the air to left. Should be an easy play for the left fielder Childress over toward the line and under. And he makes the catch in fair territory. And there's 2 down as Drain goes back to first base as Wellman flies out to shallow left. Pierce Weiss will bat. He's the cleanup hitter and the catcher for the Brenham Cubs. Swings to the right side. .327 hitter for the year with 4 home runs and 17 runs batted in. The runner at first with 2 down is Drain. Throw to first. Got past the first baseman Savarese and down toward the corner. And moving up to second base on the errant throw is Carson Drain. So that's the first error of the ball game. As Savarese could not bring it in. Wide throw from Gafford. So now Drain's in scoring position with 2 down. And Pierce Weiss digs back in. Shortstop Posey is going over towards second to try to keep the base runner Drain close. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Check swing, but he went around. That's a strike. The pitch was high out of the zone, but Weiss could not hold up. No balls and a strike to count to Pierce Weiss. Quick worker. Gafford, the stretch, and now he's going to bluff a throw to second base. Count is 0-1 to Weiss. Drain at second with 2 down. No score, bottom of the first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball, missed low. And again, so far in the ball game, the right-hander Gafford having a hard time finding the zone with his breaking pitches. A ball and a strike to count to Weiss. Drain leads off of second, modest lead. The stretch and the 1-1 pitch. Hit well to right center field. Going back is the right fielder Thompson, but he's got room, and he will put it away for out number 3. So Weiss flies out to right to end the bottom half of the first. For Brenham in the bottom of the first, no runs, no hits. There was 1 error and 1 man left on base. We've completed 1 inning of play from Brenham, and your score, Brenham nothing, Georgetown nothing. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle High School Playoff Baseball on SHN Sports. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a nonprofit, faith-based Christian character-building ministry geared towards reaching men 18 and older who are broken from substance abuse. Visit them online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Welcome back to Blinn College in Brenham, Texas. The Brenham Cubs and the Georgetown Eagles. No score. We go to the top half of the second inning. Hitters number 4, 5, and 6 in the Georgetown lineup to face Durkowski, the left-hander, Ryan Neich, Jeffrey David, and Jackson Seosin will face Durkowski. During the regular season, Durkowski was 5-2 with a 2.54 ERA. He started 8 games, worked 44 innings, gave up 16 earned runs. He walked 16 and struck out 49 in 44 innings. He struck out Posey in the top half of the first. Here we are in the second. First pitch high and wide to Neich. Neich has had a very good year at the plate. .351 hitter, 5 home runs, and 22 runs batted in. He was 1 for 3 in the opener with a couple of RBIs on Thursday night. Neich swings from the right side. Pitch a fastball in there for a strike, belt high on the inside corner. A ball and a strike to count to Neich. Jeffrey David waits on deck, and then Seosin. Here's the 1-1. That one's low, breaking ball. 2 balls and a strike. Brenham has made the playoffs 35 consecutive years. Great heritage in baseball for the Brenham Cubs. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Way upstairs, the fastball. And now the count is 3 balls and a strike, and Ryan Knight trying to get a pretty good pitch to hit here. The wind has died down. It was kind of blowing in a little bit. Here's the 3-1. That one just caught the inside corner. And it's a full count now to Knight. The entire Georgetown dugout on the right side, up, standing, and giving some encouragement to Knight. Payoff pitch, high pop-up foul off to the right side. This will go back behind the stands. And the count will hold at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Knight. Klusman is the third baseman. Olson the shortstop. Kubetska the second baseman. Wellman at first. Here's the pitch. Fly ball hit very well to deep left center field. The center fielder Heritage going back, and he makes a running catch right before the wall. Wow. Knight really put a charge into that one, hit it very, very well. That wind is blowing in just a little bit, held it up. And in the deepest part of the ballpark, Ryan Knight flies out to the center fielder, Ryland Heritage. Crowd still buzzing after that shot. That was a good running catch there by Heritage. 1 down now. That brings up Jeffrey David, the third baseman for the Eagles. With 1 down and nobody on, he squares the butt and takes a pitch high and away. It's 1-0 to Jeffrey David. David hit .341 during the regular season with no home runs, 15 runs batted in. He drove in a run without a base hit the other night. He had an 0 for 2 scorebook, but he had a run batted in that 5-4 win for Georgetown over Brenham. Next pitch, a breaking ball low. 2 balls and no strikes the count to Jeffrey David. 1 out, nobody on. Next pitch, again high and away. And now it is 3-0. We're in the top half of the second. Georgetown can win this one. There will be no game 3 or game 2 today. Best of 3 series. 3-0 pitch. That one caught the top part of the zone for a strike. And it's 3-1. Seosin waits on deck. Next pitch, strike on the inside corner. And after falling behind 3 balls and no strikes to David, it's now a full count. There's Koski, the left-hander, quick worker, working out of the windup with nobody on. And the payoff pitch, shot foul at the plate, and the count will hold at 3 balls and 2 strikes. They played David pretty much straight away with that wind blowing in a little bit from center. The center fielder Heritage is shallow. Big gap in right center field as the right fielder Garrison over toward the line. Here's the payoff pitch. Fly ball, center field. Easy play here for Heritage, who comes in a couple of steps and makes the catch. That's his 3rd putout already, Heritage. 2 down here in the second. Jackson Seosin will bat, the designated hitter. Number 6 hitter in the lineup. He did not play in the opener. .303 hitter for the year with a home run and 17 runs batted in. Seosin steps in from the right side. No score. We're in the top half of inning number 2. That pitch hit him in the left heel, and he'll go down to first base. So the first base runner for the Eagles is Seosin, as he's at first base with 2 down. And Hunter Savarese will bat. Savarese, the first baseman, number 7 hitter in the lineup. .354. Hits from the right side. .354 hitter with no home runs and 17 runs batted in. Had a hit in Thursday night's game. Leading from first is Seosin. And here's the pitch. Popped up foul on the right side. This will go back behind the dugout. And it's 0-1. Thompson waits on deck. Noah Thompson. Let's see if Coach Foster wants to maybe get something going here with 2 down. See if Seosin will try to take off. He's got a pretty good lead at first base and a throw over. Left-hander Durkowski trying to keep him close. 2 down, 1 on. Top of the second, no score. Georgetown at the plate. Durkowski, the left-hander. Delivers. That one is a little bit high and away. A ball and a strike to count to Hunter Savarese. Taking a lot more time with the runner on base is the left-hander Drukowski. He was a quick worker when there was nobody aboard. Here's the stretch. And the 1-1 pitch. That one is high and away. Just missing a little bit with that fastball. That looked more like a changeup. It was not a breaking ball. Got away from him a little bit. And the count now 2 balls and a strike. Georgetown trying to get something going on here with 2 outs. Top half of the second. The stretch by Drukowski. And a throw over. They got him picked off. The throw to second, and he is out at second base. Drukowski threw it over to Wellman, the first baseman, and he threw to the shortstop Olson covering, and it's a pickoff, so Savarese will lead off the third inning for the Eagles. In the second for Georgetown, no runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom half of the second from Blinn College and Brenham, your score. Georgetown nothing, Brenham nothing. This is Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports. Online at GeorgetownJewelry.com or stop by their store located inside the Williamsburg Village in Georgetown. Thanks to all of our sponsors bringing you Georgetown High School baseball here from Brenham. Game 2 of the series, and now we go to the bottom of the second. Olson will lead it off. Jake Olson, the shortstop, swings from the left side, takes a strike at the knees from Wesley Gafford. Olson, Kubetska, and Heritage will bat in this inning. Here's a line drive down the left field line, but slicing foul over toward the bullpen area. Olson, a .388 hitter for the year. No home runs, 11 runs batted in. And here's the 0-2 pitch, way upstairs, the fastball. Kubetska waits on deck, and then Heritage. Hitters number 5, 6, and 7 in the Brenham lineup. No score. We're in the bottom of the second. Pitch is fouled back to the screen. And the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes to the left-hand hitting Jake Olson, shortstop for this Brenham Cub team, coached by Lanny Williams. 1-2 pitch, grounder to the second baseman. Seebeck's got it. His throw to first in plenty of time. And Olson is retired, and there's one down here in the second. Chris Kubetska will bat, the second baseman. 169 hitter for the year with no home runs and 6 runs batted in.
Chris Kubetska, the second baseman.
Kubetska stepping in. Wind has now completely died down. Flags out in center field. The Texas flag and the American flag just limp right now. First pitch is fouled off to the left-hand side, back over near the bullpen, out of play. And it's 0-1 to Kubetska with Ryan Heritage waiting on deck. Neither team able to mount much of a rally so far. Seosin was picked off. He was the only base runner for Georgetown. There's a line drive to right center field. This one is down for a hit. Center fielder Neitch going over to cut it off. But moving up to second with a stand-up double is Kubetska. So Kubetska, a one-out double as he hit it in right center field. And Neitch, the center fielder, was trying to get to it quickly, and they may even charge him with an error here because he dropped the ball when he tried to pick it up. So it's either a single and an error. It may be a single and an error here, but it doesn't matter because Kubetska's at second base now. And Heritage is the hitter. So the first chance for Brenham with Kubecka at second. Heritage, a .221 hitter for the year, stands deep in the right-handed box. Stretched by Gafford, takes a peek at the runner at second, and here's the pitch. That's a breaking ball, caught the outside corner. So Gafford got that breaking pitch to work that time. No home runs, 4 runs batted in for the center fielder. Heritage made a nice defensive play against Neich back in the top half of this inning. A running catch in deep center. Gafford fakes the throw to second base. Kubecka has a modest lead at second. No score, bottom of the second. Here's the stretch by Gafford. And the 0-1 pitch. That one is just low, just missed below the knees. The catcher, Moore, kind of framed that pitch for the home plate umpire, but did not get the call. And it's 1-1. Runner at second. And a throw to second base, and diving back in time is Kubecka. Olsen led this inning off by grounding out to Seaback, the second baseman. But then Kubecka lined one to right center. He's at second base now. The count is a ball and a strike. The stretch. And the pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. That was maybe the best breaking pitch that Gafford has thrown so far in this game. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We mentioned earlier that he was struggling a little bit with his control on the breaking pitch. Now the third base coach wants to visit with Heritage for just a second. Give him a pointer or two. As you can tell, we're very close to the public address announcer speakers here at Dreyer Field. Now we're ready to go. Shortstop Posey trying to keep the base runner Kubecka close at second. Now he backs off. And the stretch. And the 1-2 pitch to Heritage. Little bounding ball foul wide of third. And the count will hold a 1 ball and 2 strikes. Heritage, the number 7 hitter in the lineup. Durkowski, the pitcher, waits on deck. He has not been up to the plate very many times this year, Durkowski. More on that in a moment. Working out of the stretch, Gafford with the runner at second. And the 1-2 pitch to Heritage. Well, Heritage just let that go by, and the pitch looked like it was in there, but it just missed. And I'm surprised. I think Heritage maybe was trying to call for a timeout, and the umpire didn't grant it to him. So he's very lucky that that was not a strike. It's 2-2. Now Gafford's ready. 2-2 pitch. Curveball got him. Got him looking. Heritage goes down looking. That's the first strikeout for Gafford. Now there's 2 down with Kubecka at second. And Durkowski's got a chance to help himself out here. Durkowski is batting for himself, the pitcher. Number 8 hitter in the lineup. He's only been to the plate 9 times all year long. He's 1 for 9. That's a 111 average. Open stance from the left side. He can help himself out here with Kubecka at second base and 2 down. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 the count to Austin Durkowski. John Dickshot waits on deck. He's the number 9 hitter. Gafford fakes the throw to second base. They're trying to keep Kubecka close. Childerson left, Neich in center, and Thompson in right, the outfield arms. And the pitch. Fly ball hit pretty well down the right field line. Thompson going over toward the line, and it is a foul ball. Wow. It bounced up against the wall, about a foot foul. It hooked a little bit. We had a good view of that. And Thompson was shaded over toward right center. He had a long run, could not get there, but the ball, luckily for Georgetown, bounced foul. And maybe 12 inches. It was very, very close. So now it's no balls and 2 strikes to Durkowski. Kubecka at second with 2 down. No score, bottom of the second. The stretch by Gafford. And the pitch. Fly ball fouled on the left field side. This was sliced out of play. And the count is still no balls and 2 strikes to the Brenham pitcher, Durkowski in the number 8 spot in the order. Even with the bag at third is David. Stretch. from the right-hander Gafford. And the 0-2 pitch. Got him. Strike 3 call in the inside corner. And Durkowski goes down looking. 2 straight strikeouts for Gafford. And down go the Brenham Cubs in the bottom of the second. No runs, 1 hit. 1 error and 1 man left on base. We've completed 2 full from Blinn College and Brenham. And your score, Georgetown nothing, Brenham nothing. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle High School Baseball Playoff on SHN Sports. Keller Landscaping. Keller operates in Georgetown, Texas and the surrounding areas, specializing in residential and commercial landscaping. Keller ensures that every customer feels like their needs are important and met. When meeting with each customer, Keller tries to capture the customer's vision and their need for an outdoor living space or landscape. For your lawn care needs, please visit KellerLandscapingTX.com. Welcome back, we should say, to Blinn College and Brenham. We're at Dreyer Field. No scores. We go to the top half of the third inning. Georgetown and Brenham. Eagles trying to put the series away with a win here in Game 1 today after winning 5-4 on Thursday night. Hunter Savarese will lead it off. He gets a line drive to right field, but right there is the right fielder, Garrison Weiss, and he puts it away. First pitch swinging, Hunter Savarese, who was at the plate when Siosin got picked off back in the second. So that's why he led off here in the third. And Savarese lines out to right. 1 down. Noah Thompson will bat. Swinging from the left side, the right fielder for the Eagles. .355 hitter for the year. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner, belt high for a strike. And it's 0-1 to Noah Thompson. 1 home run, 12 runs batted in for Thompson. He was 0 for 2 in the opener on Thursday night. Curveball, swing and a miss. He was well out in front. That really fooled him as Durkowski took a lot off that breaking pitch, and Thompson waved at it. No balls and 2 strikes to Noah Thompson, number 8 hitter in the order. Luke Seebeck waits on deck. Wind up, and the pitch. Swing and a miss on another curveball. So Thompson, the left-handed swinger, got a lot of curveballs from the left-handed pitcher, and that is the second strikeout for Durkowski. Here's Seebeck, the second baseman, the number 9 hitter in the order. Right-handed swinger. .290 hitter for the year with no home runs and 13 runs batted in. He takes a strike at the knees on the inside corner. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the top half of the third inning. No score from Blinn College and Brenham. The Eagles lead this series 1-0. Next pitch low and in. A ball and a strike to count to Seebeck. Top of the order, Cole Posey waiting on deck. Working out of the windup, Durkowski. There's a line drive, center field, but right there to field it is the center fielder, Heritage. Seebeck hit it very well, but right at the center fielder. So 2 hard hit balls in that inning, one by Savarese and one by Seebeck. But 1, 2, 3 go the Eagles in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the third from Blinn College and Brenham. Your score, Georgetown nothing, Brenham nothing. You're listening to Georgetown High School Playoff Baseball on SHN Sports. Offers affordable sessions. Basketball training with a higher purpose. Visit White Shadow Basketball on Facebook at facebook.com/White Basketball or email whitetj@suddenlink.net. White Shadow Basketball. One of our sponsors for today's broadcast between the Brenham Cubs and the Georgetown Eagles as we go to the bottom half of the third inning. No score. Wesley Gafford, the right-hander, on the mound for Georgetown. The number 9 hitter in the order will lead things off for Brenham here in the bottom of the third, John Dickschat. The left fielder, he takes a strike right over the heart of the plate. Top of the order waiting on deck, Garrison Weiss, the leadoff hitter, and Carson Drain, the number 2 hitter. No score, bottom of the third. Curveball hit down the left field line, but slicing foul. About 7 or 8 feet foul down the left field line. Now Gafford's got the jump on Dickschat. No balls and 2 strikes. Quickly out of the windup, Wesley Gafford. Breaking ball missed outside. A ball and 2 strikes to count. Gafford, a quick worker. We like that. Here's the next pitch. That one's fouled back on the roof right behind us. Dickschat, Weiss, and Drain to face Gafford here in the bottom of the third. Again, no score. Only 1 hit so far for the Cubs. There's a pitch missed high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Gafford tried a little slider that time that missed outside. A hard-breaking ball. And the 2-2 pitch. There's a little curveball tapped toward the second baseman. Easy play there for Seebeck. He throws to first. And that is out number 1 here in the third as the Dickschat grounds out to Seebeck. Here's Garrison Weiss. Weiss, the right fielder for the Brenham Cubs. He grounded out to the third baseman David back in the first. He had a good year at the plate, .375. Bases empty, 1 down. First pitch is in the dirt, and it's 1-0 to Weiss. Around the infield, David, Posey, Seebeck, Savarese, third to first. Childress, Neitch, and Thompson in the outfield, left to right. Next pitch, curveball in for a strike. Gafford has much more command now of that breaking pitch than he did early. He was missing with that curveball early in the game. Now he's throwing it for strikes. A ball and a strike the count to Garrison Weiss. Another curveball on the inside edge at the knees. Now he's starting to mix it up a little bit, and you can see that right now Gafford is pitching with a little confidence. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Weiss. And the next pitch, they'll fist it right out to the first baseman, Savarese. A little humpback liner to the first baseman, and there's 2 down. He really jammed him on that one. So 2 down now, and Carson Drain will bat with the bases empty. Drain walked in the first. .264 hitter for the season. He's the designated hitter and the number 2 hitter in the lineup, and he takes a curveball that just missed low. And the count is 1-0 to Carson Drain. Bases empty, 2 down. Bottom of the third, no score from Brenham. Another curveball that just missed low. And it's 2-0 to Carson Drain. Eric Wellman would be next. Wellman's their best offensive player, their best hitter waiting on deck. So if you're Gafford, you'd like to get Drain here. That fastball just missed low. So he was in a nice little groove before this batter, but now it is 3-0, and again, their best hitter waits on deck, Wellman. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That one is in there for a strike, a fastball. 3-1 to Carson Drain. Gafford, a quick worker, is ready to go. And the next pitch is down low. That is the second walk issued by the right-hander Gafford. So Drain is at first with 2 down, and Eric Wellman will bat. Wellman flied out to left fielder Childress his first time around, back in the first. Left-handed swinger. Eric Wellman, .385 hitter for the year, drove in 24 runs and had 3 home runs. Gafford out of the stretch now with the runner at first. There goes the runner, and it's a hit and run. Ball is grounded to the second baseman. Seebeck throws to first, and the inning is over. That was a good job by Seebeck getting over there and getting that ground ball on the hit and run, and that will retire the side. In the third inning for Brenham, no runs, no hits. There was one runner left, no errors. We have completed 3 full from Blinn College and Brenham at Dreyer Field. No score between Brenham and Georgetown. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports. Next. Cruising Kitchens is proud to sponsor Georgetown Eagle Baseball. Cruising Kitchens, the leading custom mobile business fabricator in the world. Their builds range from the world's largest mobile kitchen to full entertainment trailers. That includes jumbotrons. Their clients range from corporate companies like Weight Watchers and Shell to small businesses, and they're just getting off the ground. From day one, Cameron Davies, president and owner of Cruising Kitchens, has given back to his local community and other communities worldwide. Cameron will continue to give back for as long as he can. For more information or to receive a free quote, visit their website, cruisingkitchens.com. Welcome back to Brenham. No score through 3. We go to the top half of the 4th inning. The left-hander Durkowski still on the mound for Brenham. The Eagles have not managed to hit. Their only base runner was Seosin, who was picked off back in the second. He was hit by a pitch to reach base. So now it's the second time through as Cole Posey, Wyatt Childress, and Cole Moore will bat against Durkowski. Top half of the 4th. See if the Eagles can get something going here. First pitch, curveball in for a strike. No balls and a strike to count to Posey. He went down swinging back in the first to open up the ball game. Next pitch, high and tight. And it's a ball and a strike to Posey. Posey was hit 11 times by a pitch this season, leading the team in that department. .253 hitter for the year. Next pitch in for a strike. One ball and 2 strikes to count to Posey. Leadoff hitter trying to get something going here in the 4th. He gets a fly ball, popped up foul. Third baseman has some room. He is under and makes the catch. Third baseman Klusman putting away out number 1 as Posey is now 0 for 2. Wyatt Childress will bat with 1 down and nobody on. Childress flied out to center back in the first. He's 0 for 1 in this ballgame, 1 for 3 in the series. Wyatt Childress, the Georgetown Eagles left fielder, hitting .267. First pitch to him is a curveball, and that's in there for a strike. Durkowski is not allowed a base hit and allowed only 1 base runner. That was Seosin. He hit him with a pitch back in the second. Then Seosin was picked off by Durkowski. So he has faced the minimum, Durkowski. 0-1 pitch. That's on the inside corner at the knees for a strike. Childress thought that pitch was a little low. He'll take a little walk next to the batter's box before he steps back in. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Bases empty, 1 down, top of the 4th, no score. Durkowski took a little bit too much time for the liking of Childress, and Childress asked the home plate umpire for time before he steps back in. Every once in a while you get a slight breeze blowing in from center, but otherwise it's just a perfect day for baseball. Next pitch on the way. Curveball got him on the outside corner. And that is strikeout number 3 for Durkowski, as he bent that curveball in from the outside to the outside corner, and that was a tough pitch for Childress. So 3 strikeouts now for Durkowski, 2 down. nobody on. Cole Moore will bat. He grounded the first baseman, Wellman, back in the first. He's 1 for 4 in the series. .419 hitter for the year. Cole Moore swings from the left side. He steps out, trying to get Durkowski out of his rhythm. Durkowski, pretty quick worker, at least when there's nobody on base. Works out of the windup and the pitch. Another curveball. That one missed inside. Fans here thought it was in. The Georgetown fans did not agree. The Brenham fans, little oohs and ahs, they thought that pitch was in. We're right above the Georgetown fans on the third base side here at Dreyer Field. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner. A ball and a strike to count to Cole Moore. 2 down, nobody on, no score, top half of the fourth. Georgetown trying to advance to the area round of the playoffs. Brenham trying to keep their season alive. That next pitch is a breaking ball low and away. Durkowski, the left-hander, is ready to go. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one is up high. Ryan Neitz waits on deck. Neitz drilled a ball back in the second, but it was run down by the center fielder Heritage in the deepest part of the ballpark. Probably the hardest hit ball so far in the ball game. Neitz waits on deck. Moore steps back in. And now Durkowski is ready. And here's the pitch. That one is a little bit low, ball 4, and it's a walk. Only the second base runner for the Eagles as Moore goes to first base with 2 down, and here comes Neitz. And now a designated runner will come in for Moore. It's hard to tell the numbers because they've got those camouflage uniforms tonight, or this afternoon we should say, and the red, white, and blue American flag numbers over the camouflage uniforms. I've got to be very honest with you, I can't see the number of the player that just checked in. But he's running for Moore. And we're not in the press box where we can ask somebody. We're kind of located down the left field line, the third base side. Throw to first base, and the base runner's back in time. Neitz at the plate. He hit the ball very well his first time up, flying to center field. Here's the stretch. Taking a lot of time, Durkowski. Now the pitch. That gets away from the catcher, Weiss, and will go all the way back to the backstop. The runner goes to second base. So now the Eagles have a runner at second with 2 outs and a chance here for Ryan Neitz to drive in the first run of the ball game. 1-0 the count to Neitz. Big opportunity here for the Eagles. Working out of the stretch, Durkowski takes a peek at the runner at second, and the pitch is in the dirt. Good stop that time by the catcher, Pierce Weiss. Garrison Weiss, the brother of Pierce Weiss in right field, and Pierce Weiss, the catcher. Base runner at second base with 2 down. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Now they're going to go ahead and intentionally walk Neitz. So Neitz will go to first. Now runners are at first and second, and Jeffrey David will bat. David flied out to center his first time up back in the second. He's 0 for 3 in the series with an RBI. He's got a chance to get a big RBI here. So runners at first and second. 2 down. No score. We're in the top half of the fourth. Georgetown trying to break through here. Durkowski taking his time. He works quickly when there's nobody on, but he takes his time when there's runners on base. There go the runners. And a line drive down the left field line is foul. It was a hit and run, and if that ball was a foot to the right of where it went, it would have been a 2-run double. But instead it's just a strike as David lined one foul down the left field line. The runners were going off of the pitch. Wow. 0-1 the count. That sigh of relief you hear is from the Brenham fans. We'll do it again. Runners at first and second. 0-1 the count to Jeffrey David. And now time is called. Digging back in, David. Siosin waits on deck. Next pitch on the way. Outside corner, a strike. 0-2 the count. To Jeffrey David. Brenham fans making some noise. They know how important this at-bat is because the Eagles have not had many threats in this ballgame. This is their best opportunity. There's a throw to second base. The runner is back in time. No balls and 2 strikes to count. To Jeffrey David, runners at first and second with 2 down. We're in the top half of the 4th inning. Turkowski out of the stretch. Again, a long look at the runner at second, and here's the pitch. Curveball, low in the dirt. Good stop again by Pierce Weiss. That was a waste pitch, and David didn't go for it. 1-2 the count. Turkowski looks in to get the sign from his catcher, Pierce Weiss. Man, he's taking a lot of time. Quick worker with nobody on base, but man, he takes his time when there's runners on. Here's the stretch. And now he's taking too much time, and the home plate umpire calls time at the request of the batter, Jeffrey David. Important moment in this ball game with runners at first and second and 2 down. No score. The stretch, and again, the pitcher Turkowski really seems to be more concerned about the runner at second than he is with the hitter. First and second, 2 down. The stretch, and here's the 1-2 pitch. That one is low. The umpire raised up for just a second and said, no, not there. He's shaking his head. Georgetown fans are happy about that because the pitch definitely was low. 2-2 the count. And here we go again. Turkowski out of the stretch with runners at first and second. Fans from both sides making noise. And the 2-2 pitch, high and away. And now the runners will be going, perhaps. They don't have to be going with runners at first and second, but they likely will be. Three and 2 the count. Turkowski the stretch. There go the runners. The pitch is fouled back. Just barely got a piece of it, did Jeffrey David. And we'll do it again. We're in the top half of the 4th inning. No score. This will be a great time for Georgetown to get their first hit of the game. The 3 base runners have reached on a hit by pitch and 2 walks. The 2 walks in this inning. Pinch runner for Moore at second and Neitch at first. The lefty Turkowski out of the stretch. And the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. And he's got it. That is Olsen. His throw to first is in time. And that will retire the side as Jeffrey David grounds out to the shortstop. The best opportunity to score so far for Georgetown comes up empty. In the 4th, for the Eagles, no runs on no hits. There were no errors and 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th from Blinn College and Brenham, and your score, Georgetown 0, Brenham 0. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle High School Baseball Playoffs on SHN Sports. The Oak Ridge Disciple House, a nonprofit, faith-based Christian character-building ministry geared towards reaching men 18 and older who are broken from substance abuse. Please visit them online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Welcome back to Blinn College in Brenham, Texas. A beautiful day for baseball. Game 2 of this 3-game series. As the Georgetown Eagles lead the Brenham Cubs 1-0 in the series. This is a scoreless game so far as we go to the bottom half of the 4th. Wesley Gafford, the right-hander on the mound for Georgetown, will face Pierce Weiss, Jake Olson, and Chris Kubetska. Hitters number 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup. Bottom half of the fourth. Weiss flied out to the right fielder Thompson in his first at-bat back in the first. First pitch from Gafford is a little bit high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Only 1 hit so far for Brenham, no hit so far for Georgetown. 1-0 pitch, way upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Pierce Weiss. Weiss is the catcher, 327 hitter for the year. There is some activity. A right-hander is up in the Georgetown bullpen. Pitch is a little bit high, and it's 3-0, so Gafford has fallen behind Weiss. 3 balls, no strikes. You don't want to do a leadoff walk here. Let's see if Gafford can battle back here in this count. 3-0 pitch. That's in for a strike. Belt high fastball. 3-1. Olson waits on deck, and then Kubetska. No score. Bottom half of the fourth. That pitch is way upstairs. Fastball. And that is walk number 2. Make it walk number 3 for Gafford. So now a leadoff walk. Weiss at first, and Olson will bat. Olson is the shortstop. He grounded to the second baseman Seebeck back in the second, lead off the second inning. Left-handed swinger. Working out of the stretch, the right-hander Gafford. And the first pitch, he popped up a bunt foul. He was trying to advance the runner to second base. Olson trying to sacrifice here and get a runner up in the scoring position. No score, bottom of the fourth. Runner at first, nobody out. Gafford out of the stretch, and that pitch is in the dirt. And the runner thought about moving up the second, but he didn't. He stayed at first. And a ball and a strike now, the count to Jake Olson. Looks like Georgetown's expecting a bunt from Olson. David, the third baseman, up on the grass. First baseman Savarese is holding the runner on at first base. Gafford out of the stretch. And the 1-1 pitch, swinging, ground ball down the first base side, and foul territory. It's fielded by the first baseman, Savarese. It's a foul ball, very close, but it was a foul ball, and now the runner has to come back to first base. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count. Good crowd on hand here at Dreyer Field in Brenham. A lot of green for the Cubs and a lot of blue for the Eagles. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count. Runner at first, nobody out. Georgetown had an opportunity in the top half of the fourth, didn't score, and now the Cubs trying to scratch out a run here in the bottom half. Breaking ball in the dirt, gets away from the catcher momentarily, no advance by the runner. And the count will hold at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A good stop by Moore. That pitch was in the dirt. He tried to backhand it and kept it in front of him. Now 2-2 the count to Olson. Olson swings from the left side. And the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the second baseman. Seebeck flips to short for 1. The throw to first is not in time, but they do get the lead runner as Olson hits into a fielder's choice. So now Olson is aboard at first on the 4-6 fielder's choice. 1 down, that brings up Kubetska. Kubetska has the only hit of the ball game, a double back in the second inning. He was at second with 1 out, but then Heritage and Durkowski both struck out looking. So he was stranded at second base. No runner in this ballgame has advanced past second base. Still no score. We're in the bottom half of inning number 4 from Blinn College and Brenham. A throw over, and back in time is Olson. Olson at first with 1 down. The stretch by Gafford, and the pitch again, it's low, and again dug out nicely by the catcher Moore. Now it's 1-0 to Kubetska, with Heritage waiting on deck. Number 6 spot of the order. Left-hand hitting second baseman Chris Kubetska against the right-hander Wesley Gafford. Out of the stretch. And the pitch. Fastball just missed low. 2 balls and no strikes. Gafford taking a little bit more time now. Looks in, gets the sign from his catcher Moore. And the 2-0 pitch. Runner goes. Ball is hit high in the air to center field. Plenty of room out there for Neich. And Neich puts it away, and that's the second out. Olson had taken off. He has to obviously return to first base. But that was a hit and run, and Kubetska flies out to center. 2 down now with the runner at first, and Ryland Heritage will bat. We may have a pinch hitter here. Let's see, one player had come out to bat, and now I think another hitter will be coming up. No, it's Heritage. Heritage is coming out. Another player had come onto the on-deck circle, and it looked like they were going to be a pinch hitter, but Heritage is still in the ballgame and is at the plate. Runner at first and 2 down. No score. Bottom of the 4th. Game 2 of this best-of-3 series between Brenham and Georgetown. Brenham trying to force a Game 3 in the series, which will be a second game this afternoon. Curveball in for a strike to Heritage. Heritage made a good defensive play earlier in the ballgame when he caught a long drive by Neich on the run right in front of the wall in deep, deep left center field. 0-1 pitch. That one's in the dirt again and gets away from the catcher, and moving up to second base is Olson. So that will be a wild pitch. Not much that Moore could do with that, as that bounced about 3 or 4 feet in front of the plate and off the chest protector of Moore. So now Olson's at second base in scoring position with 2 down, and Heritage has a chance to break this scoreless tie. Olson leads from second with 2 down. The count is a ball and a strike to Ryland Heritage. And the pitch. Line drive into right field, a base hit. Thompson, the right fielder, has it quickly, and his throw will come in, and the runner at third will hold up. That got to the right fielder, who was playing very shallow, Thompson, very quickly, so no chance at all for Olson to score. Olson stops at third. Heritage has the second hit of the game. He's at first. And now Durkowski is the scheduled hitter, but I think we may have a pinch hitter here. So we'll see what the head coach, Lanny Williams, wants to do here, as there's going to be a conference on the mound as well. So we shall see. Looks like number 24 has a bat, and that is Weatherby, Ethan Weatherby, a 226 hitter for the year. Weatherby will come in and bat for Durkowski. So Weatherby will bat with runners at the corners. It's the first time a runner has reached third base in this ball game. So the left-hand hitting Weatherby is at the plate with a chance to break this scoreless tie. Gafford's first pitch to Weatherby. Ground ball right back to the mound. On the first pitch, he grounds right to the mound. And that's an easy play for Gafford, and that will retire the side. In the 4th for Brenham, no runs on 1 hit, and there were 2 men left on base. We've completed 4 full from Blinn College at Brenham, Dreyer Field. Still no score between Georgetown and Brenham. You're listening to Georgetown High School Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Specializing in custom jewelry, bridal, watches, repairs, appraisals, and more, Georgetown Jewelry is your one-stop jewelry shop in Georgetown. Visit them online at georgetownjewelry.com or stop by their store located inside Williamsburg Village in Georgetown. A scoreless tie as we go to the top half of the fifth inning. The Brenham Cubs and the Georgetown Eagles. Bi-district round of the playoffs, Class 5A. Georgetown leads the series 1-0. And they can win the series with a win here in the first game today. If Brenham wins in game 1 today, then we will have a 30-minute wait, and then game 3 in the series and game 2 this afternoon will be played after the 30 minutes. Durkowski still on the mound, a left-hander for Brenham. And facing him, Schoening, Savarese, and Thompson here in the top half of the fifth inning. Eagles still without a base hit. They've had 3 base runners. Schoening is one of them. He was hit by a pitch back in the second. Moore and Neich both walked back in the fourth inning. Durkowski is ready, as is Schoening. And the first pitch. Line drive right at the second baseman, and Kubetska puts it away for out number 1. So 1 down now, and Hunter Savarese will bat. Savarese hit the ball well his first time up. He lined out to the right fielder, Garrison Weiss. Top half of the fifth inning, no score between Brenham and Georgetown. First pitch is in for a strike to Savarese. Number 7 hitter in the lineup. He's now 1 for 4 in the series. Hit .354 during the regular season. First baseman for the Eagles steps back in. Wide open stance from the right side. Curveball up high. And the count is a ball and a strike. Eagles love to take care of business here in game 1 and avoid a game 2 today. Next pitch. Line drive into center field is going to drop for a base hit. The first hit for the Eagles belongs to Hunter Savarese. He's at first base with 1 out here in the top half of the fifth. And the Georgetown Eagles fans over on the first base side making some noise. That'll bring up Noah Thompson. With 1 down, Thompson went down swinging back in the third. The Cubs expecting a bunt perhaps as the third baseman Klusman is up at the edge of the grass. Thompson, the left-handed swinger, at the plate, throw over to first base, and diving back in time is Savarese. No runs on 1 hit for Georgetown, no runs on 2 hits for Brenham. Top of the fifth, runner at first with 1 down. Thompson at the plate, another throw over, and again, diving back in time is Hunter Savarese. Both starting pitchers, Gafford and Durkowski, have gone the distance. Obviously, not giving up much in a scoreless game here. There's a fastball inside. 1-0 to Thompson. Seebeck waits on deck. Eagles trying to break through here. No score, top of the fifth. Durkowski is ready. The stretch. And another throw over. Man, he's really worried about that runner at first base. Hunter Savarese is back in time again. There's a left-hander up in the Brenham bullpen. The Georgetown bullpen is quiet for the moment. Another throw over, and again, Savarese dives back in time. As we've mentioned several times throughout the course of this broadcast, Durkowski is a very quick worker when there's nobody on, but once there's somebody on base, he seems to be preoccupied with the runner and not the hitter. It takes a lot of time. That pitch is way upstairs and in. And the catcher, Pierce Weiss, comes out toward the mound and says, hey, settle down a little bit here. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Thompson trying to get something going here with the runner at first and 1 down. No score, top half, inning number 5. Durkowski out of the stretch, throws to first base. That's the 6th time he has thrown over. And patiently stepping back in is Noah Thompson, the Eagles right fielder, now 0 for 3 in the series. And another throw over, and again, back in time is Savarese. Wind has picked up a little bit. Seems to have shifted a little bit, blowing out toward left center. It was blowing in earlier. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one's up high. And it's now 3-0 to Noah Thompson with Savarese at first base and 1 down. Some of the Brenham fans are looking toward the bullpen to see if perhaps Coach Williams is thinking about making a change here, but he's only given up 1 hit, Durkowski. There's another throw over, and again, back in time is Savarese. Three balls and no strikes to count. Thompson swings from the left side. And the pitch. That one is inside, ball 4. And now the Eagles got a little something going here. Runner at second is Savarese. The runner first is Thompson. 1 down. Number 9 hitter in the order is Seebeck, but he really hit the ball well his last time up, Seebeck. He lined out to the center fielder, and now time is called by the pitching coach for Brenham. They've got a left-hander up in the bullpen, and they're going to make a change here, I think, or they're going to call the infield in now. All the infielders will come onto the mound. They're going to have a defensive strategy discussion here on the mound. It does not look like they're going to make a pitching change. They may be discussing the fact that there's runners at first and second with 1 down, and with Seebeck, the number 9 hitter in the order, they may feel like Seebeck will bunt here, and they may want to make sure they've got their defensive strategy set. So, long discussion now with the pitcher Durkowski, and now we're ready to go. Runners at first and second, 1 down, no score. Bottom half, or top half, we should say, of the 5th inning. And the Krister Group 3rd day in the background. Let's see if Seebeck will bunt here and move the runners up with 1 down, or if he'll be swinging away. Again, he hit the ball well back in the 3rd. He lined out to the center fielder, Heritage. First and second, 1 down, no score, top of the 5th. Durkowski out of the stretch. And the pitch in the dirt and dug out nicely by the catcher's Pierce Weiss. He kept it in front of him. And when Durkowski has missed, he's missed low, it seems like. And Weiss had to block a few pitches from getting back to the backstop. The lefty on the mound, Durkowski is ready. The stretch. Takes a peek at the runner at second, and now will come to the plate, and that pitch is high and inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Luke Seebeck. Seebeck now 0 for 3 in the series, 290 hitter for the year. He's driven in 13 runs. Man, he'd like to pick up his 14th RBI if he can get a base hit here with Savarese at second base. Again out of the stretch, Durkowski. Takes a peek at the runner at second base, now steps off. He seems to really focus more on the runners than the hitters right now. 2-0 the count to Seebeck. Durkowski out of the stretch. Again, a long look at second. Now he's going to throw to second base. He's been trying to pick Savarese off since he was at first base, threw over 8 times at first. Now that's the first throw to second for Savarese. 2 balls and no strikes the count to Luke Seaback. Turkowski again taking a look at the runner at second base. And now the batter, Seaback, tires of waiting and asks for time. A game of cat and mouse here. Savarese leads from second, Thompson from first with 1 down. Here's the stretch and the pitch. That's a strike call. Throw to third. The runner is coming, and he gets past the third baseman. The throw is wild. Here comes Savarese. He will score. And moving up to third base is Thompson. Savarese steals third and comes home on the error by the catcher, Weiss, who threw it past the third baseman, Klusman. And moving up to third on the play is Thompson. It's 1-0 Georgetown. And now the runner at third base is Thompson. And the count is 2 balls and a strike to Seaback. And now the infield is up tight. 3-1 pitch. Foul back. It's 3-2. The infield will stay up with 1 down. So ground ball, they're going to come home. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count to Seaback. The first run of the game scored by Hunter Savarese, who singled, went to second on the walk, stole third, and came home on the throw wild down the third. Curveball, swing, and a miss. Seaback goes down swinging. 2 down now. Thompson still at third with 2 away. And here comes the top of the order, Posey. Now Posey is 0 for 2 in this ball game. He struck out on the first. He popped up to the third baseman, Klusman, back in the 4th. Infield is back now with 2 down. 1-0 Georgetown, top of the 5th. First pitch up high, a ball way upstairs. Eagles love to get this runner in from third right here. Thompson 90 feet away, 1-0 Eagles. The stretch by Turkowski in the pitch. Fly ball hit well to deep left field. Going back is Dick Shard. He makes the catch in front of the warning track. But in that 5th inning for Georgetown, they finally score a run. 1 run on 1 hit. There was an error, and it was a costly one, and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. From Blinn College and Brenham, and your score, Georgetown 1, Brenham 0. This is Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution.
Keller Landscaping operates in Georgetown and the surrounding areas, specializing in residential and commercial landscaping. Keller ensures that every customer feels like their needs are important and met. By meeting each other and each customer, Keller tries to capture the customer's vision and need for their outdoor living space or landscape. For your lawn care needs, please visit KellerLandscapingTX.com. As they're able to cash in on that throwing error by Weiss, the catcher. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Dick shot, Weiss, and drained. Number 9, 1 and 2 in the Brenham order here in the bottom of the 5th to face Wesley Gafford. First pitch by Gafford is just off the outside edge. A ball, it's 1-0. Dick Shad grounded to the second baseman, Seaback, in his only plate appearance, back in the 3rd. Next pitch is in for a strike, and it's a ball and a strike. David, Posey, Seaback, and Savarese around the infield 3rd to 1st. Childress, Knight, and Thompson in the outfield left to right. And Moore behind the plate. Gafford's next pitch is high and away. 2 balls and a strike, the count. No runs on 2 hits and an error for Brenham. Here's a ground ball right back to the box, right back to the mound, and an easy play for the pitcher, Gafford. As Gafford throws out Dickschat, and there's 1 down. The ball was hit on the button, but a 1-hopper right back at the pitcher. Now the top of the order, Garrison Weiss. He has grounded out the third and popped up to first. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Weiss, a .375 hitter during the season. Steps in with 1 down and the base is empty. Bottom of the 5th, 1-0 Georgetown. Pitches up high for a ball. And it's 1-0 to Weiss. Here's the windup and the 1-0 pitch. That one is also high. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Weiss will be followed by Carson Drain, the designated hitter. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Eagles lead 1-0. Now stepping back from his windup, he'll reset. The right-hander Gafford. And here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a foul back to the screen. And the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Weiss representing the top of the order. And the base is empty and 1 down. Curveball, that one's in for a strike. He really broke that one over the heart of the plate. One of the better breaking pitches we've seen from Gafford here this afternoon. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count now to Weiss. And the 2-2. Curveball hit on the ground to the third baseman. David's got it. Throw across the diamond in plenty of time. And there's 2 down. Gafford's done quite a job. He walked Drain in the first and in the third, so Drain has been on base twice. He's the DH, .264 hitter for the year. Gafford has issued 2 walks in this game, and he's given up 2 base hits. Here's a ground ball foul down third base side. And the count is 0-1. Drain, the number 2 hitter in the lineup. Want to get this guy because Wellman, very good hitter, waits on deck. Next pitch, another curveball in for a strike. And Drain falls behind Gafford. No balls and 2 strikes. Quick worker, Gafford. 0-2. Curveball bounced foul at the plate. Count holds 0-2. The chant of "Let's Go Cubs" from the Brenham fans, all wearing green here this afternoon. 0-2 pitch. Little chopper to the first baseman on 2 hops. Easy play for Savarese. He will go to the bag unassisted. And it's a 1-2-3 inning in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Through 5 full at Blinn College in Brenham, the Georgetown Eagles lead the Brenham Cubs 1-0. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports. Individual skill development in the game of basketball. White Shadow Basketball. Give the player the opportunity to gain the tools that he or she needs to reach or even exceed their basketball goals. Emphasis on developmental shooting, one-on-one skills, defense, and ball handling will all be taught. Coach Trey White offers affordable sessions. Basketball training with a higher purpose. Visit White Shadow Basketball on Facebook at facebook.com. Nothing after the Eagles were able to scratch out a run in the top half of the 5th inning. Hunter Savarese got a 1-out single. went to second when Noah Thompson was walked. He tried to steal third. The catcher, Pierce Weiss, throwing to third, threw it into left field. That allowed Savarese to score the only run of the ball game. That's where we are right now, 1-0 Georgetown. Top half of the sixth. Childress, Moore, and Neitch. Hitters number 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup to face Durkowski, the left-hander. First pitch, outside a ball. And it's 1-0 to Childress. Childress took a called third strike back in the fourth. He flied to center in the first. Now 1 for 4 in the series. Next pitch on the way, and that one's a curveball in for a strike at the knees. A ball and a strike to count to Wyatt Childress. 267 hitter for the season. Swings from the right side. Beautiful day for baseball here in Brenham. Next pitch in there for a strike. There are a few clouds in the sky, but otherwise just a perfect day. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Childress, leadoff hitter here in the sixth for the Eagles, looking for some insurance. Durkowski's next pitch, curveball, swing, and a foul tip at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That ball came back and hit the home plate umpire. Like it hit him in the left foot. He's all right. He's going to take a little walk for a second. 1-2 the count to Childress. Cole Moore waits on deck, and then Ryan Neitch. Open stance from the right side. That pitch a little high. A little breaking ball there from the left-hander Durkowski, who has gone the distance. 1-0 Georgetown, top half of the sixth. Childress stepped out for a second. Now he's ready. He steps back in, and the 2-2 pitch from Durkowski. Line drive right at the third baseman, Klusman, who puts it away. Childress hit it on the button, but right at the third baseman. And now there's 1 down. That'll bring up Cole Moore. Moore is 0 for 1 officially, grounded out to the first baseman, Wellman, on a 3 unassisted back in the first. He walked in the fourth. .419 hitter for the year. Cole Moore swings from the left side. The Georgetown catcher takes one low and away. Lefty-lefty here with Durkowski working against Moore. 1-0 the count. Wind up by Durkowski on the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Ball and a strike to count to Moore. Again, the only run of the ball game scored by Georgetown back in the top half of the fifth inning when Savarese, trying to steal third, came home on a wild throw by the catcher Weiss. Durkowski against Moore. Here's the 1-1. That's high and tight. 2 balls and a strike to count. Moore had 39 RBIs during the regular season and 4 home runs. He reached base more than half the time he was up. He had a .513 on-base percentage. He's now 1 for 4 in this series. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a bounding ball out to the shortstop. And he bobbles it, and that will be an E6. The shortstop, Olson, tried to glove it, and it went under his glove, and he was not able to get it back. When he did, it was too late. So now Moore at first base will be lifted for a pinch runner, and Ryan Neitch will bat. Neitch flied out to center in the second, and he walked in the fourth, so he's 0 for 1 officially, 1 for 4 in the series. 1 down, runner at first. There's the stretch and the pitch. That one is chopped foul. 0-1 the count to Neitch. Jeffrey David waits on deck. Klusman, Olson, Kubetska, and Wellman around the infield, third to first. Dixart, Heritage, and Garrison in the outfield, left to right. Pierce Weiss, the catcher, and lefty Durkowski on the mound. He throws over to first, and pinch runner is back in time. Working out of the stretch, the left-hander Durkowski. Takes a long look at the runner at first, and now throws over. And Knight had already asked for timeout. It's amazing how much time Turkowski takes on the mound when there's a runner on base. Now he's ready. Comes set. And the 0-1 pitch. Curveball hit foul down the right field side. And out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to count. To Ryan Knight. Or to Cole Moore, we should say. Well, it is Knight with 1 down. Turkowski's just taking a little too much time for everybody's liking. Now he steps off. Knight steps out. Now we're ready. The stretch and another throw over to first base. Again, continue to be preoccupied with the runner. No balls and 2 strikes to count the Knight. Runner at first base and 1 down. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, left center field, coming into left fielder. He's got plenty of room. And that is Dixhart, and he makes the catch. 2 down now, and that brings up Jeffrey David. David's 0 for 2 today. He flied out to center in the second and bounced out to short in the fourth. 0 for 4 now in the series. Jeffrey David, the third baseman for the Eagles, at the plate with the runner at first base and 2 down now. 1-0 Georgetown. We're in the top half of the 6th inning. Turkowski is ready and his pitch. High and wide. 1-0 now the count to David. David did drive in a run the other night in the 5-4 Georgetown victory over Brenham at Eagle Field on Thursday evening. 341 hitter for the year, drove in 13 runs. Another throw over to first base. 2 down, 1 on. David at the plate. Siosin waits on deck. Turkowski's next pitch, high and away. 2 balls, no strikes to count. They've had some activity in the bullpen for Brenham. Right now it's quiet down there. And the Georgetown bullpen is also quiet for the moment. Both starters have gone the distance. 1-0 Eagles, top half of the 6th. Turkowski taking forever. Here's the stretch and the pitch. That one is in for a strike. 2 balls and a strike to count. Two balls, 1 strike, the count to the right-hand hitting Jeffrey David with runner at first base and 2 down. Here's the stretch and the pitch. No, he's going to go over to first base again. Reminds me of the old Rodney Dangerfield line. Hey, while we're young. Two and 1 the count. Turkowski looks in to get his sign. Runner leads from first. The stretch and the kick home. Fly ball, right field. Should be an easy play for Garrison Weiss. He comes in, stumbles a little bit, but he made the catch. And that will retire the side. In the 6th for the Eagles, no runs, no hits. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We have now completed 5.5. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. From Blinn College and Brenham, your score, Georgetown 1, Brenham 0. You're listening to Georgetown High School Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports. Georgetown High School Baseball Playoffs, presented by Cruising Kitchens. Welcome back to Blinn College in Brenham. Georgetown 1, Brenham nothing as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Eagles 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error. The Cubs no runs on 2 hits and 2 errors. It's been a pitcher's duel here in Brenham. And the right-hander on the mound for the Eagles, Wesley Gafford, has done a nice job just giving up those 2 hits. Hitters number 3, 4, and 5 in the Brenham lineup here in the 6th inning. Eric Wellman, Pierce Weiss, and Jake Olson against Gafford. Wellman has flied to left and grounded to second. 1-0 Eagles, bottom of the 6th. First pitch, breaking the ball low. And it's 1-0 to Eric Wellman. This guy's a tough out. 385 hitter during the course of the regular season. 3 home runs and 24 runs batted in. Next pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Ball and a strike to count to Wellman. He swings from the left side. He's the first baseman for the Eagles, or for the Cubs, we should say. Takes a little practice swing. Now the pitcher calls time. Gafford, he wants to tie his shoe. You hear the Georgetown fans, and there are many of them here, chanting, "Let's go Eagles." Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking the ball a little low. Home plate umpire raised up a little bit as if he was going to call a strike, but then he thought better of it. 2 balls and a strike. Gafford, a quick worker, is ready with the 2-1 pitch. Fly ball foul down the left field side, out of play. Over to the parking lot. 2-2 the count. Wellman leading things off in the 6th. Gafford has given up just 2 hits. He has walked 3. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. The shortstop bobbles, tries to recover and can't do it. That will probably be an error on Posey. Yep, E6. So Wellman reaches on the error by Posey, and he's at first with nobody out. And now let's see if Lanny Williams wants to play the bunt game here. Seth Diggs has come in to run. Seth Diggs is the pinch runner. So now Diggs is at first base, running for Wellman. And Pierce Weiss is the batter. And now we got a timeout, as we're going to have a conference on the mound. There is now some activity in the Georgetown bullpen. A couple of right-handers are up. Again, as we mentioned earlier, the Eagles are wearing their camouflage uniforms, and the American flag numerals on the uniforms make it very difficult to see the number from a distance. It's hard to see it up close, to be honest with you. So can't tell you who's warming up right now, but there are 2 pitchers warming up right now for Georgetown. The conference on the mound is over. Here's your situation. The Eagles lead this game 1-0. We are in the bottom half of the 6th. The runner at first base is the pinch runner Diggs, who's running for Wellman. And Weiss will more than likely be asked to sacrifice here, although he is the cleanup hitter. He has flied out to right and walked. 1-0 Eagles. Diggs leads at first. Gafford out of the stretch. First pitch, he's around a bunt and bunts it right out in front of the plate. There's a play at second. The throw is in time. They got him. Out at second base. That was a great play by Moore. That bunt was right out in front of the plate. And he gets Diggs, the lead runner, at second base. So Weiss is safe on a fielder's choice, but he did not advance the runner. Now we're going to have another pinch runner, I believe. But still a runner at first base with 1 down. And the batter is Jake Olson. Left-handed hitter Olson with a runner at first base and 1 down. The stretch and the pitch. That one is in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher Moore. 1 ball, no strikes. It's 1-0. We are in the Eagles lead it. We are in the bottom half of the 6th. Gafford has gone the distance for the Eagles. The stretch and the pitch. That one's in the dirt, and the runner will move up to second base, and he'll make it safely. That's a wild pitch charged to Gafford. So now runner at second and 1 down, a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the 6th inning. And Gafford's got to work his way out of a little jam here. Olson has hit into a fielder's choice and grounded out, so he's 0 for 2. The count is 2-0. First base is open. And the pitch, a bunt attempt. He was bunting for a base hit that time. Pushed it foul over near the Brenham dugout. 2 balls and a strike to count. Kubetska waits on deck, and then Heritage. Gafford has gone the distance. He's allowed just 2 hits. Pinch runner for Weiss at second with 1 down. The 2-1. Gafford takes a long look at the runner at second base. And here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt again. He has missed with his breaking pitch low a lot in this game. But he's been able to get out of a little bit of trouble. Still has the shutout going. But now Brenham trying to get something going. It's a 3-1 count with the runner at second base and 1 down. The left-hand hitting Jake Olson at the plate. .388 during the regular season. The stretch, peek of the runner at second, and the pitch. That one's in for a strike. It's a full count. 1-0 Georgetown, bottom of the 6th. Gafford ready. The stretch and the payoff pitch. Ground ball out to the shortstop. Posey has it. His throw to first is in time. The runner will move up to third, but there's 2 down now. So Posey throws out Olson. Now the tying runs at third base 90 feet away. And Kubetska comes to the plate. Kubetska doubled back in the second. He's got 1 of the 2 hits for Brenham. He's also flied out to center. Runner at third. Infield back now with 2 down. The stretch and the pitch by Gafford. Another breaking ball again in the dirt. And again a good stop by Moore. 1 ball and no strikes the count to Chris Kubetska. Kubetska, the number 7 hitter in the lineup. He's the second baseman for the Cubs. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hard hit ground ball. Great stop by the second baseman. Seebeck throws to first, and he got him. That saved the run. Seebeck diving to his left with a great defensive play, and that saved the run as he throws out Chris Kubetska, and it's still 1-0. In the 6th for the Brenham Cubs. No runs on no hits. There was an error, and 1 man left on base. We go to the 7th. From Dreyer Field in Brenham, your score. Georgetown 1, Brenham 0. Georgetown High School Baseball on SHN Sports continues in a moment. We welcome you back to Dreyer Field in Brenham, Texas, on the campus of Blinn College. They've been very nice hosts here, setting us up down the third base line. Actually, we're just on the third base side of home plate. Sitting outdoors doing the game here today. Beautiful day for baseball, 80 degrees. A little breeze coming in from center field. 1-0 Georgetown. We go to the top half of the 7th. Seosin, Savarese, and Thompson. Hitters number 6, 7, and 8 in the order, looking for some insurance against Durkowski, the left-hander, who has gone the distance for Brenham. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors for Georgetown. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Brenham. 1-0 Eagles. First pitch to Yosin, he swings and misses. And the count is 0-1 to Jackson Seosin. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. He lined out in the 5th. He hit the ball well, but right at the second baseman. Curveball low and in. A ball and a strike to count to Jackson Seosin. 3-0-3 hitter for the year. Now 0 for 1 in the series. Did not play Thursday night in the opening game of the series. Here's the 1-1. That was high and away. 2 balls and a strike. A lot of Eagles fans here making the drive over from Georgetown on a beautiful Saturday. Again, if the Eagles win this ball game, there will be no third game in the series. They'll win the series 2-0 and advance to the area round of the playoffs. If Brenham can come back and win this game, there will be a third game a half hour after the conclusion of this one. Next pitch is low and in. 3 balls and a strike to count to Jackson Seosin. Savarese, who scored the only run of the ball game, waits on deck. Durkowski is ready, and the pitch. That one's up high, a ball. And a leadoff walk for Jackson Seosin. Second time he's reached base in the ball game. That is the 5th walk issued by Durkowski. He might be getting a little tired. That's going to be a time called by Coach Lanny Williams. And we may have a pitching change here. He's looking down toward the bullpen. And he's going to talk to Durkowski for a moment. He's only given up the 1 hit. It's 1-0. Now they're going to go to the bullpen. We'll take a break. It's 1-0. Georgetown over Brenham. We are in the top half of the 7th inning. Runner at first with nobody out. And Durkowski gets a big hand from the fans here in Brenham. 1-0 Georgetown. Georgetown Eagle High School baseball will continue on SHN Sports in just a moment. Welcome back to Blinn College in Brenham. It's 1-0 Georgetown. We're in the top half of the 7th. And Durkowski, his afternoon is through. There's a new pitcher. It's the left-hander, Evan Aschenbach. He's pitched in 9 games this year. 5 starts. He's got a 4-1 record. He also has a save to his credit. He's worked 29 innings and given up 20 hits. 11 runs, 7 of them earned. He has walked 7. He has struck out 44 in just 29 innings of work. ERA 1.65. Evan Aschenbach on the mound now with a runner at first base for Georgetown and nobody out. We're in the top of the 7th, 1-0 Eagles. pitch is a bunt down the first base side, and it will roll foul as Savarese tried to move Siosin up to second base. Siosin's at first base with nobody out. He walked. Savarese, by the way, is lined out to right, and he singled back in the fifth, the only hit for the Eagles. And he came around to score on a wild throw by the third baseman Weiss when Savarese was trying to steal third. 0-1 the count to Savarese. Runner at first base, Siosin. And throw over by Eschenbeck. And Savarese steps out as Siosin got back in time. Here's the pitch. Waving at that bunt attempt. Quick throw to first. Almost got him. Wow. Siosin was cheating a little bit, and the catcher, Weiss, with a snap throw to first base, and he dove back in time to Siosin. But now the count is 0-2 to Savarese, and he'll probably be swinging away here. 1-0 Georgetown, top of the seventh. Here's the stretch and a throw over, and back in time is Siosin. Savarese will be followed by Thompson and then Seebeck. Georgetown number 4 in Class 5A in the baseball.com poll, number 6 in the coaches poll. Here's a wild pitch as the ball got past Weiss, and moving up to second base is Siosin. So Savarese, who was going to try to sacrifice, doesn't have to worry about that now. He'll be swinging away with Siosin in scoring position. A wild pitch moves him to second base. So Savarese now has a chance to give the Georgetown Eagles some insurance. With the runner at second and nobody out. Curveball outside. 2-2. Siosin at second. Savarese at the plate. And the new pitcher for Brenham, Eschenbeck, on the mound. Eschenbeck takes a peek at the runner at second and delivers home. That one's line foul off the right field side. Count holds at 2-2 to Hunter Savarese, who hit .354 during the regular season. Drove in 17 runs. He's now 2 for 4 in this series. Siosin leads from second. The stretch and the pitch. Little pop-up behind first. Should be an easy play for the first baseman, Wellman. He's got it on the edge of the outfield grass. And there's one down. So Savarese pops up to first. That brings up Noah Thompson. Thompson has gone down swinging and walked. So he's 0 for 1 officially, 0 for 3 now in the series. Batting to the right side. .355 hitter for the year. Thompson steps back in. Runner at second base, Siosin leads from second. Now the pitcher, Eschenbeck, steps off. We are in the top half of the seventh. Eagles trying to add to a 1-0 lead. One down, runner at second base. First pitch to Thompson. Fastball, low. It's 1-0 to Noah Thompson. Luke Seebeck waits on deck. Eschenbeck takes a lot of time. Looks in to get the sign from his catcher, Weiss. Here's the stretch. Now he's going to look at second base and step off. Not quite sure why, because Siosin was only a couple of feet from the bag. A very modest lead at second. Now Eschenbeck is ready with the stretch. And the pitch to Thompson. Swung on and missed. A ball and a strike to count to Noah Thompson, the right fielder for the Georgetown Eagles. Looking for his first hit in the series. He's 0 for 3. This would be a great time to get it with Siosin at second base in scoring position. One out, one on. Eschenbeck has slowed things down now with the runner in scoring position. Weiss goes to the signs one more time. Siosin leads from second. Here's the stretch and the pitch. That one's lined right into the dugout. The Georgetown dugout on the right side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It would be huge if the Eagles could get an insurance run here. They lead 1-0. This is a 7-inning game. Working out of the stretch, Eschenbeck. Here's the stretch, looking at second, he steps off again. The Brenham pitchers have taken their time. Schoening again leads from second. Shortstop Olsen trying to keep him close. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Runner goes from second. He's got third easily. Pitch is outside a ball. Schoening with the stolen base. So now he is 90 feet away, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eschenbeck was taking so much time worrying about the runner at second base. That time, when he kicked home, the runner, Schoening, just took off. Now the infield's up tight. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Thompson goes down swinging. 2 down now with the runner at third. And Seebeck will bat, the number 9 hitter in the order. Seebeck has lined to center and struck out. 0 for 2 in the afternoon, 0 for 4 in the series. Second baseman for the Eagles, who came up with a great defensive play to keep this a 1-0 game back in the bottom half of the 6th, when he dove to his left to stop a shot by Chris Kubecka and then threw him out. It's really the big defensive play of this ball game. First pitch is outside a ball, it's 1-0. Runner at third base, Schoening. 2 down. Top of the 7th, 1-0 is the score. Eagles with the lead. Swing and a miss on the next pitch. It's a ball and a strike. Infield is back now with 2 down. Wind has picked up, now blowing in a little bit from center. American flag and the Texas flag flapping in the breeze in dead center field. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Eschenbeck. Swing and a late miss. A late swing and a miss, we should say. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The fastball right past Seebeck. Cole Posey representing the top of the order, waiting on deck. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Luke Seebeck. Here's the windup and the 1-2. Just missed outside. 2-2 the count. Schoening at third with 2 down. Working out of the windup with the runner at third, Eschenbeck. And the pitch. On the outside corner, strike 3 call, he got him. So Eschenbeck strikes out Thompson and Seebeck in succession to end the 7th inning. In the 7th, for Georgetown, no runs, no hits, there were no errors, and 1 man left on base. The last chance coming up for the Brenham Cubs. The Eagles lead this game 1-0 as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. And Georgetown Eagle baseball will continue in just a moment on SHN Sports. Welcome back as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Eagles trying to nail it down. They lead 1-0. And the count is 0-1. Next pitch. Inside for a ball. It's Heritage, Weathery, and Dickshot here in this inning in the bottom half of the 7th, with the Eagles leading at 1-0. Breaking ball in for a strike. And the count is now 1-2. The stretch and the pitch. That's foul at the plate. Heritage has taken a call third strike and singled. He's 1 for 2. Leadoff hitter Heritage, and the 1-2 pitch. That one's fouled off to the right side. The count is 1-2. Here's the stretch. And the 1-2 pitch. Little poke ground ball out to the first baseman. Backhands, flips to the pitcher covering, and there's one down. That was a tough play. Kind of a little knuckler down there to Savarese. He was able to backhand and throw it over to the pitcher covering. And now there's one down. 2 outs away for the Eagles. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter, I believe. Weathery had been in this spot. So it's number 32. We'll get our roster out here. It's Alden Schrader. So Schrader now in the ball game in the number 8 spot of the order. Schrader at the plate. First pitch to Schrader. That's a fastball just inside for a ball. It's 1-0. One ball, no strikes, the count to Schrader. And the next pitch, high and tight, 2-0. We are in the 7th inning, bottom half. The Eagles are 2 outs away from advancing to the area round of the playoffs. They lead it 1-0. Bases empty, 1 down. Next pitch in for a strike. 2 balls and a strike, the count. To Schrader. He swings from the left side. Dickshot waits on deck. Next pitch, outside. 3 balls and a strike. One nothing Eagles, bottom of the 7th. 3-1 pitch. That was on the outside corner. 3 balls and 2 strikes, the count to the pinch hitter Schrader. And the next pitch by Wood. Grounded foul down the third base side. Three balls and 2 strikes to count. Bases empty, 1 down. We're in the bottom of the 7th, 1-0 Eagles. This pitch, hard hit ground ball, backhanded by the first baseman, Savarese, flips to Wood covering, and he got him. Great defensive play there by Savarese, the first baseman. And Wood came over to get it. So now there's 2 down, and the Eagles are 1 out away from advancing to the area round of the playoffs. Dickshot will bat, the number 9 hitter in the order. He is 0 for 2. He has grounded out twice. He grounded out to the second baseman, Seebeck, and he grounded out to the mound as well, to the pitcher, Gafford, who was in there back in the 5th. First pitch by Wood. Just missed inside for a ball, and it's 1-0. Dick shot a .241 hitter for the year. The stretch and the 1-0. That one is on the outside corner for a strike. A ball and a strike to count. Bases empty, 2 down. The stretch and the pitch. That one is inside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Eagles are 2 strikes away from advancing to the area round of the playoffs. 2-1 pitch. That one is outside. 3-1. If Dick Shack can reach base, then it's the top of the order, and Garrison Weiss. This is the guy Grant wants to get here. 3 balls and a strike. High set. Now he comes to the belt. Now time is called. A lot of the Eagle fans on their feet over on the first base side. Here's the stretch and the 3-1 pitch. Strike 2 call. Fastball a little bit above the belt. It's a full count now to Dick Shack. And the Eagles fans all on their feet now. The stretch and the payoff pitch. Fly ball popped up foul, coming back out of play. Count holds the 3 balls and 2 strikes to John Dick Shack. One run on 1 hit and 2 errors for Georgetown. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Brenham. The payoff pitch to Dick Shack. Swings and hits a little line drive foul down the third base side. About 7 or 8 feet wide of the line. And the count will hold it 3-2. Dick Shack having a good at-bat, fighting off some good pitches. All right, here we go. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dick Shack at the plate, base is empty. And now Wood steps off. Some tension in the air here in Brenham as the Eagles trying to advance. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss, he got him. The Eagles advance to the area round of the playoffs as Dick Shack goes down swinging. And the Brenham Cubs have fallen to the Georgetown Eagles. They go down 1-2-3 in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. The Georgetown Eagles win this series 2-0. The final score from Dreyer Field in Brenham. Georgetown 1, Brenham 0. We'll have a post-game chat with head coach Adam Foster coming up in just a moment. This is Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports. You got me? Got me okay? All right, we're going to have Coach Foster here in just a second. Okay, welcome back to Brenham. Coach Adam Foster now joins us. Congratulations on the big win.
Thank you.
Well, that was a heck of a baseball game right there, wasn't it?
Yes. Still recovering in this stomach area.
First of all, I wasn't quite sure who to give player of the game to, but I wanted to give it to Luke Seebeck because he pretty much saved the game with that diving stop in the sixth inning.
You can start with Wesley Gafford, Hunter Savarese, Reese Grimes. You take your pick.
A lot of good ball being played in this one.
I mean, you got to probably give it to Wesley for throwing the shutout, man. That was a phenomenal start for him with a team that had 10 hits, on Thursday against us, and man, he absolutely shoved it today.
So you were able to kind of scratch out that run. Savarese got the only hit up until that point. Kind of take us through that whole inning.
We like to move runners around a little bit, and you could see that they were really starting to panic that we were going to go. And when you get in that situation, you put a little pressure on them. Sometimes teams fold or make an error, and we were fortunate enough to make that happen.
You were very, very aggressive throughout the entire ball game, though, and that's I guess your style.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
All right, now go on to the next round, the area round. What's next?
It's Temple and Ennis. They're playing today at 1 o'clock. I don't have any idea. I think Ennis won 2-0 yesterday or Thursday, so we have no idea.
Congratulations, that was a heck of a baseball game.
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
that was
Coach.
Fun. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Let me get.
Okay. Huh?
Let me get one Wesley.
Yeah. Get. Who are you going to bring over? Wesley Gafford will be coming over. Okay, we're going to get a player of the game too. All right. Again, the final score 1-0. A wonderful ball game today, as the Georgetown Eagles have defeated the Brenham Cubs, and I believe Wesley Gafford's going to come join us. And Wesley, Bill Schoening, congratulations. That was a heck of a performance.
Thank you.
Take us through what was going on in your mind, and when did you find out that you were going to get the start?
I found out about 2 days ago, and I was ready, been ready all year. Just went out there and had good rhythm. Just did what I did.
It looked like earlier your breaking pitch wasn't there, but then you started getting into kind of a rhythm with that pitch.
Yes, sir. I got into a feel with it about third inning. Started flipping some a little bit better. It's kind of slipping out of my hand, so just did what I did.
And then you turned it over to the bullpen.
Yes, sir. That's right. I mean, I want to go out there and finish it, but I had all the faith in the world that Grimes is going to go out there and get it done.
Great. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time, and
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, there you go. Grimes with the save, Gafford with the win, and what a heck of a ball game here at Dreyer Field in Brenham, Texas, on the campus of Blinn College. Again, the final score 1-0. Georgetown with the win over Brenham, and Georgetown wins the series 2-0. And you've been listening to Georgetown Eagle High School Baseball on SHN Sports, and want to thank all the fine sponsors who made this broadcast possible here today. And again, if you couldn't make it out here to Brenham, it was just a gorgeous day for baseball, and really you just don't have these kinds of days very often when you look at all the different things that have happened here in Brenham. But this is a big, big win for Georgetown. Georgetown wins it over the Brenham Cubs. And again, the final score is 1-0. All right, let's thank our sponsors. Georgetown High School Baseball, presented by the fine folks at Cruising Kitchens. Also, we want to thank some of our other folks, Oak Ridge Disciple House, Georgetown Jewelry, Keller Landscaping, and White Shadow Basketball. The final from Brenham, 1-0, Eagles over the Brenham Cubs. So long, everybody.